Well, a big hello to all you beautiful, wonderful souls out there. I've ended up, little Lindy's wanting to join me tonight. I don't know what's wrong with her. She just wants cuddles. Um, so first of all, just to say huge thank you because I've had quite a lot of new subscribers since my last video I shared. And I've been digging about, oh, Indy, I've been digging about in the archives going through like some old sessions and picking out some of the more interesting things that I have come across, especially with the different types of things. Are you wanting down? Yeah, I'll just pop her down. The different types of weird and wonderful things that we come across in our sessions. So this was it was a young gentleman from Sweden who was suffering from anxiety, depression. He was ending up, he had like really bad suicidal thoughts that all of a sudden came in, and it really freaked him out, and he was just full of self-doubt and where he was actually moving on in life. So he contacted me, and I did an amazing session with him. Unfortunately, the recording did not turn out very well. The sound was just really intermittent, so I can't share it. So what I've done is transcribed it for you to hear. So I will go ahead and share that now. So just bear with me. I'm going to read it off my transcript. Okay. So he could see something that looks like a head massager with metal prongs. It was silvery in color, but not in a nice way. And this was up in his crown and his third eye. So I asked, saying, I'd like to speak to this grey metal energy. Can you tell me what it is that you're doing in there? And it replied, control his thoughts. He has big ideas we want to control. So I asked, is that the reason that you attached into this one? Yes, we know his capability. How long have you been attached into this one? Since he started to wake to his true potential. And I said, well, tell me more about how it is that you got in there. We saw that he saw. That scared us, so we wanted to control. He is dangerous to us. He is light source. So I asked, well, do you feed off his light? No, we cap his light. And I asked, well, what do you do with that light? We store it. And where do you store it? In containers. They are useful to us on our ship, in our world. So at that point, I knew I was dealing with other beings. And I was like, well, tell me more about your world, the grey beings. So I said then, so the greys can send out this technology to collect the human's light. Yes, but not technology, more like a being. And I asked, well, what do the greys need from this light? Power. So they need power. Do the greys not contain their own light source? No, there is a bigger battle going on. And I said, well, can you tell me more about that battle and why the human's light is needed? It's all about power and the destruction of the humans. So, well, can you tell me more about that? I'm a scout, like a miner. We go and collect the energy. So I asked it, are there many of you that do this? Yes, many. We are many in your world. We're all here on earth, but they do not see us. We have our own agenda. And I said, is there anything that the humans can do to protect themselves from this type of infiltration? And it replied, the light. I said, well, can we use our light to put a shield of protection around us? Yes, the realization of your own light, and you are mostly asleep, and that is to our advantage. And so I said, well, more of us are waking up, which must be making this job more difficult for the likes of you, isn't it? Yes, you could all be so powerful. And I said, well, but we are learning. Yes, you are learning fast. And I said, well, tell me more about how else you affect this one. And it said, with his ideas, control through doubt. I said, so you can really make him doubt himself and stop him moving forward to reach his true potential? Yes. So tell me more about where else you're connected to apart from his crown and his third eye. And I replied, his spine. Tell me more about what you do down his spine. And it said, send information. I said, tell me more about that information you send. And it replied, limitation. And then more doubt. We are now part of the control. So I reply, well, okay, so you know this is a free will universe and a free will planet, and this one did not give you permission to be attached. So that gives us permission under universal law to remove you today. Do you understand? So I've decided to take the tactic as how the police would get someone to stand under them by saying, do you understand? So it replied, yes. So I'm like, very good. So I know you've just been doing your job and you've been doing a very good job of stealing this one's light and making him doubt himself. I'd also like to check with you if you have any human consciousness attached. And it replied, no, no. So I said, very good. So I want to thank you for coming through and speaking with me today. But as you know, under universal law, you will be getting removed. So you and I asked, do you have any light energy within you or any consciousness within you? Yes. And I said, well, would you like to be taken back to Source Creator? He said, no, my job, I will return to my people. And I said, well, is that what you wish today? Yes. I said, will you be in trouble for failing this mission? No, they will understand. I said, will they send you out to attach to someone else? And it said, yes. So I instruct Archangel Michael to relocate it to a place where they cannot harm another human being ever again. So I find that really quite interesting because in all of the sessions, these attachments, it's the light, it's our light that it's after. So it makes me think we have no idea how powerful we are. And this then leads me on to, starting to understand about how to try and protect yourself. So if we contain this amazing light source, that is literally, it's like food for them. We're like batteries for these other beings that exist that we can't see. So my advice to you would be put that shield of protection up, almost visualize it like it's coming down. For me personally, I will literally get if you can imagine like a big dome of light over you, and that is your shield, and that will protect you from any of these negatively polarized beings being able to enter into your field. So um yeah, that's really, I just wanted to share that because I just thought it was quite interesting. If anyone else knows any more information, I mean, sometimes it's really difficult when you're doing these sessions because you have no idea what is going to turn up, and it's afterwards you're like, oh, I should have asked that and I should have asked that. But you've got to really, really think on your feet. And also I was really struggling with like hearing, because quite often when you're dealing with these energies, they do not want you, especially when you're doing it all through the internet. They can really start causing havoc with sessions, etc., etc. So I will leave that with you. I'm going to start digging out a few more things that I've come across. And if anyone wants to put in the comments, if you want to hear more about anything in particular, I was thinking about doing, speaking about earthbound spirits, in the different ones and the different interesting conversations I've come across with them. And it's, oh, they really bless them. You know, there's some really awful stories out there, and I just feel so privileged that I can help cross them back over to where it is that they're meant to be. So thank you for listening, and we shall see you the next time.